Go. What's up, guys? Welcome to a football video. Uh, the European Super League, that's been the talk of the town. You guys can see on screen, this is just from Twitter, that's me. 12 of Europe's biggest football clubs form breakaway Super League. The game's gone. Like right now, so this is from Fabrizio. He says 12 football clubs today jointly announced an agreement competition, the Super League. AC Milan, Arsenal, Atletico, Chelsea, Barcelona, Inter, Juventus, Liverpool, Manchester City, Manchester United, Real Madrid, and Tottenham. Tottenham? But yeah, three more clubs are expected to join as founding clubs before the inaugural season, which is expected to start as soon as possible. In the future, founding clubs look forward to consulting with UEFA and FIFA in order to work together. Obviously, FIFA and UEFA have come out against this, and so have the Premier Leagues as the Premier League, the Serie A, La Liga, Bundesliga, Liga, and all of the leagues, the main leagues, have come out against this. The chairman's supposed to be Papa Perez, Florentino Perez from Real Madrid, vice chairman Andrea Agnelli of Juventus, and Joe Glazer of Man United. Obviously, Glazers against them, don't like them as a United fan myself. So statement confirming what. Okay, let's look at what exactly this Super League is supposed to be. So here, this probably explains what exactly we're looking at in the Super League. If this loads, so it's still loading. There we go. 12 of Europe's leading football clubs have today come together to announce they have agreed to establish a new midweek competition, the Super League, governed by its founding clubs, which I've told you before. The founding clubs look forward to holding discussions with UEFA and FIFA to work together in partnership to deliver the best outcomes for the new league and for football as a whole. Now, this just sounds as just a money grab, greed. That's basically all this is. It looks like it's just greed. Formation of the Super League comes at a time when the global pandemic has accelerated, blah, 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 further number here, blah, blah, blah. So basically, the format of this so-called Super League, 20 participating clubs with 15 founding clubs and a qualifying mechanism for further 5 teams to qualify annually based on achievements in the prior season. Midweek fixtures with all participating clubs continuing to compete in their respective national leagues, pursuing the traditional domestic match calendar, which remains at the heart of the club game. And August start with clubs participating in 2 groups of 10, playing home and away fixtures, with top 3 in each group automatically qualifying for the quarterfinals. Teams finishing 4th and 5th will then compete in a 2-legged playoff for the remaining quarterfinal positions. A 2-leg knockout format will be used to reach the final at the end of May, which will be staged as a single fixture at the neutral venue. So it's kind of like the Champions League, but 2 groups of 10. And then obviously the top 3 go into a quarterfinals. The 4th and 5th play in another like a knockout round. And then that'll be basically from there onwards. It's like the Champions League where you'll have a 2-legged quarterfinal all the way to the final. But the thing with this is the founding clubs that I mentioned in this list here can't get relegated. And they are backed by apparently JP Morgan. Here we go. Format was 15 founding clubs guaranteed participation. So that means they can't get relegated at all. French and German leagues, obviously, they haven't taken part in it. They have said that they won't take part in it so far. So the likes of Bayern are not in this, and they're like a superpower in football. Bayern not there. PSG currently not there. Founding clubs will also receive an amount of 3.5 billion. That's a lot of money, backed by apparently JP Morgan. BBC, this is from BBC, basically. What did they say? If I can load it. 2 groups of 10, which I've told you guys already. Oh, picture is not moving. Okay, we are back. Okay, now we're back. So, there's a Super League website as well. Oh my God. But look at this list, right? City, Spurs, and okay, Arsenal have European pedigree, but the three of them haven't won a Champions League. What are they even doing in there? Like, what is the basis that those clubs are in there? Like the clubs like Aston Villa, um, Leeds, Nottingham Forest, who are way down below. Like all of those clubs have way more European pedigree than some of these clubs here. What are Spurs doing there? Spurs have no trophies. Like they have more cobwebs in their trophy cabinet than they have trophies. What what makes them think they are a big club to even put them in this category of a super league? Like I don't understand how they even got into that. It's just basically money, greed that the owners have that have put their clubs. And obviously, fans as us, we have no say on this matter. So, like the fact that they managed to put the clubs, drag the clubs into this is just like crazy. FIFA have come out with a statement, obviously. So FIFA have basically said, Super League inviting to dialogue, but not anymore mentioning ban. In views of several media requests, FIFA wishes to clarify that it stands firm in favor of solidarity in football and an equitable redistribution model which can help develop football as a sport, particularly at global level, since the development of global football is the primary mission of FIFA. FIFA, against this background, FIFA can only express its disapproval to a closed European breakaway league outside of the international football structures and not respecting the aforementioned principles. FIFA always stands for unity in world football and calls on all parties involved in heated discussions to engage in calm, constructive, and balanced dialogue for the good of the game in the spirit of solidarity and fair play. Like the whole thing as a Super League, like the whole point is you have that open play option. You have that the Leicester story. Like the Leicester story is never going to happen in such a situation because first of all, those tiny clubs don't really get that. Like if there's a talk of these massive clubs just breaking away from Europe and all, it fully devalues the league as a whole. It devalues the Champions League. Obviously, okay, the Champions League is probably not a really good format, but it just devalues that whole thing. And it also devalues the, what do I say? It devalues the whole appeal of the Champions League and the appeal for maybe like the story of Leicester alone. It just makes it much more harder because you have these massive clubs that are already on a higher pedestal than the others. That's why the whole getting for a Leicester story or even like West Ham now fighting for top four to try and get into the Champions League, that itself, like those kind of things won't happen if you have this huge Super League on its own. Like the whole concept of hope and dreams are just crushed by clubs like this just going for money. Obviously, there are people who are in favor of a Super League because we get to play the big boys every single time. But are you going to be happy? Let's say if Manchester United, Real Madrid, Barcelona, let's say in a scenario, they were bottom of that league, bottom of that table, and there is no relegation, obviously. They're not going to be asked to be putting players out to play in that league when they're like bottom and they can't win it. What's the point? And as fans, you're just going to lose interest in it because your team that you support is not doing well in that tournament. You're just not going to be bothered. The whole reason the leagues are very interesting is because of the fact that you have teams in relegation who are fighting to stay up. They can cause upsets in the league. They can cause upset to the big boys. The likes of Leeds were able to beat Manchester City. Fulham drew with Arsenal. Arsenal couldn't even beat Fulham. How are they in this? Burnley yesterday managed to, for a good amount of time, keep United at bay. So you have these upsets that can be caused, but by moving all the big teams into just one breakaway league, like what's the whole point? You lose that hope, that dreams. Yeah, UEFA statement on Super League. The clubs concerned will be banned from playing in any other competition at domestic, European, or world level, and the players could be denied the opportunity to represent their national teams. This is a massive line. The players could be denied the opportunity to represent their national teams. If that happens, players aren't going to be wanting to play for these big clubs, because playing for your country would be bigger than playing for the likes of Real Madrid, Manchester United. Like Paul Pogba would want to play for France more than he wants to play for Manchester United. So like that whole thing, if this is a massive thing, UEFA and FIFA could very well do this. Obviously, both sides, it's like a power grab, like a money. Both sides care about their money. Both sides, it's a power move on both sides. These so-called big clubs, they want more money, so that's why they're doing this. The league, UEFA, FIFA in general, obviously they are not all goody two shoes, but they are doing their best in this specific case for the betterment of the game. You can't allow something like this to happen for the betterment of the game. But obviously UEFA, FIFA, they're also corrupt. They also have, if they lose the big clubs, they obviously lose money from the game as well, because this money, don't expect all of this money that these big clubs are going, isn't going to go back into the game. It's going to go into these owners' pockets. And United are a great example of it. The Glazers have taken money out of the club and never put in a single dime back into Manchester United. You think them earning 400 million by just participating in this competition, is it going to go back into the club? No, most likely not. It's going to go right into their pockets as just more dividends for the owners. So this is just a competition for the owners to get much more richer. That's the main point of this whole competition, I would say. Clubs are committed to breakaway. So we'll have to see how this goes. Project is financed by JP Morgan. I don't know where they're getting all of this money from. Yeah, the greed is sadly not surprising, but like this is what we expected, right? Gary Neville also came out and said he was disgusted by this. He came out with saying like there should be a points reduction, they should be relegated. That's possible. Yeah, I for one, I'm not for this. Asamenga has also mentioned about this in October last year. Rio Ferdinand, this is for me a war on football. It's a disgrace, it's embarrassing, and it goes against everything that football is about, which is true. It's not really good. Jurgen Klopp in 2019, never happened. Why should we create a system where Liverpool faces Real Madrid for 10 straight years? Who wants to see that? Exactly. I mean, right. I have no idea. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I for one, I'm not for this. We'll see what happens. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Obviously, there are people for a Super League as well, because they want to see their team face the top teams every single time, like the likes of Real Madrid, the likes of Barcelona. You want to see them. You want to see your team playing them every single time. But I feel like that's a little bit too selfish. If you think like that, let me know why you think like that. Put that down in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts are as well in the comments. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to aim for 1,000 subscribers on the main channel. If you're watching this on the football channel, hit the subscribe button there. That's a new channel. I'm going to be bringing more videos like this on that football channel as well. So hit the subscribe button there if you're watching this from there. Thank you guys all for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I for one, I'm against this. That's my thoughts, because I feel like it's just going to ruin the game. The likes of the smaller clubs don't have that dream, that hope, that opportunity is going to get killed. That's just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. And I will see you guys in another video.